to my channel, Shine Star Collections, and today is the second part. It might be the first part, I'm not sure. Most likely will be the second part of my mid-year collection flip through. So I am on the second day of recording because I did ATEEZ first because it was longer. I don't know, this one might be just as long, I'm not sure, but we're hoping for not just as long as ATEEZ, because I thought ATEEZ was a little longer than what I wanted it to be, but it's a mid-year collection through flip through. It's not going to be exactly short, but we're going to try. We're going to try for 90 minutes or less. Can we do it? I don't know. But anyway, I do have a lot of binders to go through. But because a lot of them are, as you can see, smaller binders, I only have a couple of big binders for the other idols I collect. So, yeah, ATEEZ is just massive. It was about 13 binders I went through. So, let's get started with the little bitty binder here. Yeah. So we'll try to go, because I wanted to go smallest to largest with ATEEZ, but that didn't happen. So, because I got caught up doing other things. So we're going to move everything out the way. Okay, so this is my smallest binder. It's pretty much just, you know, cards I keep. Rowan is on the front because, as you know, if you know SF9, you know Rowan is no longer in the group. So when he decided to finally leave the group, I decided to go back and collect a few of his cards. I'll poke market. So it's mostly him, and there's a few other idols in here. You know, cards I wanted to keep. So here's Rowan. I still follow him. He's doing mostly modeling these days. I think he did shoot a drama recently, but he's mostly doing modeling. I think he was, I don't know if he was at Fashion Week or not, but he was doing some, you know, like ads and things like that. Here's Felix. I think I traded a card for Felix. It was just a cute card, so he's in here too, along with Hyunjin. Hyunjin is part of my Stray Kids bias line, so I do have a couple of his cards. I will probably move the Stray Kids cards out of here into Changbin's binder. Because, and I'll explain it when I get to Changbin, that, you know, when I try to go through the binder and make it look nicer for this video, I figured I'll probably end up collecting a few cards just to balance it out so I don't have any empty spaces. So, and here is, oh gosh, 9. 9 from Only One Of. I do adore Only One Of. I missed this last tour when they came through, but I saw the one before that. So, and Huta, or Minhyuk from BTOB. I absolutely love him. I'm waiting for another solo album. I did get the last solo album, which was Boom. It was amazing. So there he is. That's like a lenti in there, so you might not be able to see how it's changing and stuff, but it's in there. That is, oh my gosh. I'm not zooming. Okay, forgive me. I forgot his name again, but from EXO. Oh gosh, it's not zoom in. No, it's name escapes me right now, but I went to a K-pop store and I bought some things, so they have a lucky draw machine, and he's the one I got. So forgive me. Here's more Stray Kids cards. Here's IN and Hyunjin. So again, these will probably move to Changbin's binder. And that's pretty much it. So I have some other empty space in here. Just, you know, sometimes how you get, you either buy, you know, you have cards because you buy an album. A lot of the cards that when I buy albums and it's for a group I don't collect, it usually goes into the other binder that I'll show. But I kept this because it's just kind of random cards. And, you know, people might say, oh, it's sacrilege is using the ATEEZ, you know, collect book. But I'm like, I'm not going to put ATEEZ in here, so I might as well. Okay. So I have two binders next to me, so they might as well be next. Here is Juyeon and Hanse are in this album. So for Juyeon and Hanse, basically I just kind of collect what I want. Oh, the glare, it's not too bad. Let's see. No, it seems to be okay. Okay. I just kind of collect what I want for Hanse and Juyeon, especially since Victon is idol. You know, Victon hasn't actually disbanded. They told us when Hanse, Subin, and Byeonchan left IST that Victon wasn't disbanded, so I'm hoping that's true. But Hanse is off doing his own thing now, so and he's done 2 singles since he left under Dial Music, and I'm really happy for him. I'm glad he's getting to do his own thing. But basically what I do is that these are from his solo with Dial Music. It was for Gummy Bear, and when I bought it, I bought 2 copies, so I got 2 different cards, and I also got a pre-order benefit from the local K-pop store. So yeah. And this was from his solo when he did do, when he was with IST, of course. So with Hanse, I tried to kind of separate. I did it by hair color, which was, again, a mistake because I don't know if he'll do pink hair again. So I might end up changing it to something else. But I do like the pink hair by itself. If I can find 2 more pink hair PCs, then I will go ahead and put them in there as long as they're different from these. I want to say this was Choice era. Let me see. Or is it? No, it wasn't Chaos, was it? Let's see. Let me just look real quick. Oh, Chaos, yes. Okay. So Chaos era was the era he had the pink hair. So I'll probably go on the Okio and see if I can find some at a later time once I get through getting all my ATEEZ cards, I guess. So here's some from The Voices Now. And that one is from their Season's Greetings that I bought. I believe it was 2021 Season's Greetings, I think. And then this is an older card from Mayday. And here's some with his blue hair, and then these here. Yeah, it's a very small collection. I adore Hanse. I haven't really worked on, you know, getting a ton of Hanse's cards. I would like to get a lot more, but they're kind of hard to find, some of them. I would never decide to go back like I did with Changbin because it's probably way too much, and I probably wouldn't be able to find some of the cards. But I do basically have all of Victon's albums, and I miss them. So I'm glad I at least have Hanse to look back on. Here's Juyeon from the boys. So again, I just kind of pick up stuff when I see it for Juyeon too. When I go on Poke Market, I look for cards for Juyeon, Hanse, for idols that I kind of collect but really don't spend a whole lot of time collecting. But I love these like kind of low maintenance collections. Because you just kind of, you know, if you have to go through, like I have a Poke Market order open now that I'm going to need to close out before they stop their little sale. So I will probably try to grab some of Juyeon's cards. It surprises me that a lot of Juyeon's cards are, you know, very inexpensive. But yay for me. So I'm not template shopping or anything. I just kind of grab them as I see them. You know, the cards that I really like and put them in here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Hanse and Juyeon. And I really like A5 binders, by the way, because they kind of limit the amount of cards you put in there. I mean, I have 2 idols in here, so it's already filling up and I don't really have a lot in there. But the good thing is that, you know, if I feel like it's getting too much, I can move it around and stuff and move it to another binder. Okay, next is Oneus. So this used to be, whose binder was this? I moved somebody out of here. I don't remember. When I first bought the binder, it was somebody else's. Did I have Monsta X in here? I'm sorry. Okay. It is quite early in the morning. It's before 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not remembering everything. I'm really sorry. Okay, but here's Oneus's binder. So in here, I keep up with all of Oneus album cards. I pretty much keep my pulls for everyone except for Leedo and Seoho. This was my tour set, and I did High Touch and VIP from the Blood Moon tour. So Raven's in here with everybody else. So these were really nice. So there's Soho. So Soho has his own place in front of the binder. I pull a lot of Soho, so I just decided to go ahead and start collecting him. I did kind of make a decision. I wish I would have did this with my ATEEZ collection flip through, like what I'm gonna do going forward with my collection. So I will say, at least for this one, I'll probably just edit something in for ATEEZ. I haven't edited it yet as of today. So I'm going to continue to collect Soho, but I'm not sure if I'm going to continue buying full albums because I just don't have the space, unfortunately. So I might go with doing digipacks and polkas instead because I still love Oneus. I'm still going to support them regardless. But I'm just really running out of room for albums. My shelf is just ridiculously full. And the albums I just bought really don't have a place. So I just really need to think about, until I move, because I am looking for housing right now because I want to move out of this apartment. But until then, I just have to cut down on the amount of albums I buy. So, depending on how much I enjoy the Oneus album, if I enjoy it enough to buy a full album, I will go ahead and do it because I've always bought Oneus's albums. But if I'm kind of like, you know, I might just do like EVNNE's Digipack and do a polka and let that be it, because at least with those you can stack them up in a in a case and they won't take up much space. So yeah, I have Raven back here. I am going to continue to collect Raven cards as I see them. I've had some friends in the community who have been so nice to just give me Raven's cards, because I still adore Raven. I follow him on Instagram, so you know, he checks in ever so often and gives us pictures of his dog, or, you know, music he's working on or the music he's listening to. So I'm just glad that he's still active on social media. RBW, curse you. That's all I gotta say. And these are from Trickster. These were just the playing cards that they put in that album, so they're still back here. So that's all these are. They're not sleeved. I just have them back here because they're adorables. I just thought that was super cute idea that they did. Okay, so there's Oneus. Let me grab Leedo. Even though he's not, should have put him right next to me, but he's not here. Here's Leedo's binder. With Leedo, I'm going to continue doing what I do with Leedo. I just kind of buy what I see. Same thing with Leedo as it was with Juyeon. That his cards are pretty inexpensive. Unless they're like a broadcast or a lucky draw, you know, they might be a little bit more expensive. But for the most part, any card that you get album card wise or anything, is going to be pretty inexpensive. You might see some inexpensive pops. There's no doubt he's, you know, the most popular member in Oneus, so you're not going to always find his cards, you know, for super cheap, depending on what it is. But I managed to grab quite a few. There's a person I know in the community who is Oneus is their alt, so they're probably going to be my contact to try to grab cards if I see them, because they bought like a ton of albums. And like recently I bought La Dolce Vita album from them, to see what I would get as far as pulls is concerned. But like I said, you know, going forward, I'll probably just buy his Digipack or a polka or platform, whatever they decide to do, and just grab him and Soho's cards from Neokyo or Instagram or whatever. So, but I just kind of put it by hair color again, or even by hairstyle. So his collection is fine. I like the size of it. It's not too many of them, but I do want to grab more. So I would like to go back and like get some of his much earlier cards if possible, but I'm not trying to template shop. So just, I like that it's nice and small. So yeah, so we're gonna continue collecting Leedo the way we already collect them. Let's go through Monsta X first. So Monsta X is an alt for me, but I only pretty much collect I Am and Shonu. And with everybody else, I kind of just keep my pulls. I do buy their solos, which I will continue to do. And when Shonu and Hyungwon did their album together, I bought that as well, and I just kept the pulls. But I would like to collect more of Shonu's cards. So for now, I'm going to keep Shonu in here. But I might give him his own binder too, possibly. I don't have enough of Shonu's cards now, so they can stay in here with Monsta X. But, so it's fine. Once Monsta X comes back from military, I will probably have a lot more of Shonu and IM's cards. You know, but IM still has to go to military, so... I can't believe I said that. but right now, yeah, he'll stay in here. I do have a lot of Kihyun's cards. Kihyun is my third bias. I usually pull Kihyun. That's why I have a lot of them. And so I just keep them in here. Person I don't pull a lot of is Hyungwon. I don't think I have any Hyungwon cards in here. No, I don't. See? Yeah, because this is Minhyuk. Yeah, it's a duplicate of Minhyuk. And I do have a few Juyeon cards because I bought his solos, so I do have a few of those. And like I said, I'm just going to continue to buy their albums. They're probably going to be the only group other than ATEEZ where I'm just going to buy their album. I don't have to worry about that right now because there's not a Monsta X album that's going to come out right now, so we're good. Sadly. But, you know, I will continue to support all solos, all projects that all the Monsta X members keep doing. Because they are, you know, as far as like with, you know, my favorite K-pop groups, Monsta X is definitely in my top 5. I want to say they're probably my second favorite group. They've always been in my top 5. But, you know, now that Monsta X has been inactive because they're mostly in military, I realized how much I really miss Monsta X, and you know, I just miss them, and I'll be glad when we start getting new Monsta X music again. So these are all freebies and stuff. Like this is from the album, but I just put it back here. But most of these are freebies, I know. Someone in the community who always does Monsta X events, their alt is Monsta X. They just do Monsta X events. So a lot of the stuff that they sold or made is in the back here. Stickers and fan-made cards and stuff. So yeah, I miss my Monsta X. But I am going to start looking for more of Shonu's cards. So you will see more of Shonu in here. I really do want to buy. I was supposed to be on a buying hiatus, and because Poke Market has the sale going on where they're doing free shipping, that convinced me to come off my buying hiatus. This is IM's binder. So, collecting IM and just being able to just focus on IM since the other members are in military, except for Shonu, has made me appreciate how much I adore this man and adore Monsta X. So I am going to try to get more of IM's cards. I don't want a template shop for him either, but I just want to grab more of his solos and Monsta X cards. I would like to, I will probably do, I know I just spoke about this yesterday about buying binders. But I am thinking about, not right this minute, but probably like right after I come back from going to see him on tour, I will probably buy him a new binder from either Meow Cafe or Mondu Deco, because I want him to have a better binder than this. So I probably will just go on ahead and I'll do that once I come back from traveling and everything. Because I do want to collect more of his cards, because the E word is looming. So I don't want to, like I said, go back like I did with Changbin and everything. I just want to continue to collect what I want, but I just want to have more cards. That's all. I want to have more cards for him and for Shonu. You can find a lot of his cards on Poke Market too, even from his solos. But I just adore I am, and I am already ready to cry for E-Day. Because he's just so, I don't know, he's just so swaggy, and I just love this kid so much, and I'm really excited to see him when he comes, does his solo tour here. Like I mentioned, I'm going to see him in Toronto and here in Chicago. I'm excited about hearing about who he's going to have on his show and stuff. So I really adore I would go back and collect him like I did for Changbin, but Monsta X has been around for a long time, much longer time than Stray Kids. So I'm sure a lot of his cards, I'm sure they'll probably, they're accessible, but the point is, I mean, I went through his template and I was just like, oh my god, this is way too many, because I was considering it, but I'm just like, I just can't do it. So I'm just gonna continue to go back and just, find his cards, and just put them in here the best I can. Right now I just have them separated between solo and Monsta X work, and I'll continue to do that. So I do have space in here, but I just wanted to have a better binder set up than this one. So he will be getting a new binder eventually. So yeah, but this is fine for now. The Amazon binders are fine. Just that sometimes you just want to upgrade. So okay, next we have ATEEZ. ATEEZ is a newer collection for me, because I did have ATEEZ and the other binder with the groups that I still love but don't collect. So I've decided to collect, might as well say I could decide to collect Donhyun. But I am supposed to be collecting Donhyun and Junie. I'm not template shopping, but I just want to go back and just grab some of their cards from past eras and current era, the My Girl era, or, well, there's no cards that came out for Supernatural. So, yeah. I did go see ATEEZ. They were amazing, as I said already when I was going through my storing video. I will just continue to pick up what I can find. Lately, I've been able to just find a whole lot of cards from it's the Butterfly album, which is Favorite Boys Goblin. So I've just been able to, to find his cards a lot easier than Junie's. But I do want to grab a few Junie's cards, to match. I'm supposed to be grabbing cards to match his album, his cards, and I haven't done it yet. So a lot of these cards are Donhyun's cards. I also pulled a lot of Dongyun too. And I didn't realize that until I put the binder together. But I do have a few of Junie's, but yeah, just need to grab more. So, and I don't, you know, get rid of them, you know, when I get them. So I do have cards in here for WayV and BK and Johnny. No, just, yeah, I totally skipped changer. There we go. See, I have both of Beyond Quants here. And then here's the current era here from my girl. So at least I do have both of them for my girl. And I don't, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, try to even start template shopping for ATEEZ. Just like I said, grab them as I see them. Since I already have my, well, these are the POBs. I have one of Dongyun's cards, the album cards. I'll just try to grab Junie's for the album card. This is only 4 of them for this one. And here's the Polaroids. These were from Higher album and also for Changer. So yeah. So this, you know, this collection will, you know, pretty much stay small. You know, if I do see a good number of Dongyun's cards, and I will go ahead and just, you know, put more cards in here, or, you know, if I see them inexpensive, I'll just go and continue to buy them. But yeah, so it probably will, just depending on what I find. It probably will be mostly Dongyun, but like I said, I want to try to find Junie's equivalent if possible. So if you know someone that's, you know, selling ATEEZ cards and might want to cross trade or something, or you want to cross trade, let me know. I do have some ATEEZ cards I could probably cross trade. Okay, who is this? What binder is this? Oh, that's NCT. Yeah, let's go ahead and do NCT next. And then I'll probably do Onepact and even after that. Okay, look at this. So I have 2 binders for NCT. The other day when I went through my storing video, you did see this binder, but you did not see this one. And I'll just go through this one first. And the reason why is because this is a brand new setup for WayV. I recently decided to, let's see, there we go. I recently decided that I did want to do OT6 WayV. And, but I'm not going back. So I started with Phantom. And then, so going forward, I'm just going to get OT6 album cards. So whatever album cards they put out, I'm not going to do, like, unless I find them for cheaper, like digipacks or, you know, the SM minis, you know, all those things. It's basically just the basic album cards I'm going to do. So yeah, so they're going to go in here, and it's a perfect setup since it's 6 of them, but, you know, I still have my 7s here. As I had, what was this? I think this was 2021 Season's Greetings. So I haven't bought a Season's Greetings for WayV since 2021 because I was boycotting SM because of treatment of Lucas. Well, at least Lucas is back now, so I will continue to collect, you know, just keep my pulls for Lucas and support Lucas. But I do have, like, see how nice it is? My OT6 set. Ah, I love it. so this is how I did it. I put them on the page together, and it's so gorgeous. I just love it. So like I said, I started with Phantom Era, and just going forward, I'm just gonna grab all their album cards. If I see a cheap pop set, then I will grab it. But for the most part, it's gonna be the album cards. So I think this is not an album card set. This was from All My Youth, and this was like another store. I forgot what it was, but it was on Yokio for a decent price, so I grabbed this. And then these are the album cards, at least one set of the album cards. Yeah, one set of the album cards for All My Youth. I think there's another set, and I need to grab it. So, but yeah, I'm so excited. It looks so great. Just the 6 on the page together. And any larger inclusions I get for WayV will go in here as well. Back here, I pretty much just have like the clear cards that I had in the other binder. These were cards that I bought. You know, you can see they're from Kickback era, so that's when I purchased these cards. There's also some cards from Resonance. So I just kept them in here. So they're just, you know. Yeah, I'm just so excited about this collection, though. I do adore WayV, so I'm really excited about collecting OT6 for them going forward. So as you can see, I don't have anything for the current era, so I haven't started looking for the cards for the current era. I did order the latest album. It's not my favorite, but I do like it a lot. So like I said, I will continue to get their cards and things like that. I am probably just gonna buy the cards and just buy like a polka from now on. So like I said, I want to cut down on the amount of albums that I buy. So I'm just being very selective with that. But I had already ordered WayV before I made that decision. So yes, I'm so happy to have them in their own binder. I'm excited. So I'm glad they have their own place because they are my favorite group out of the NCT units. So this is the binder you saw the other day, which is basically the NCT binder. So what I'm doing going forward for NCT is pretty much collecting who I want. So 10's in the front. I'm still going to collect 10 as I see them. My collection for him is very small. And so, you know, for the album cards, of course, I'm going to put them in with the WayV binder. Like any small pops or, you know, his solos or anything like that. I haven't gotten all the cards from his last solo. So I will do that. And I'll just keep them in here. Same thing with the rest of WayV. Any, if they decide to do any solos or any pops that I have for any of the members of WayV, I'm going to keep them separate. That's strictly for my OT6 sets. So any card that I pull and it's not part of an OT6 set, then I'm going to put it in here pretty much. So that's going to do it. And this is where Lucas will live. So when Lucas continues to do things or any cards that I have for Lucas by himself, they will go in here. Utah. So same thing for Utah. Utah has the most cards in this binder, so he's going to stay in here. And I like my Utah collection a lot because I've just kind of grabbed what I loved, what I wanted to collect rather. And I like the way it's going. Just, you know, I grabbed them off of Poke Market. I have a ton of cards that are saved in my Pokemarket collection. So, I'm trying to, I just really don't. I already did it. I already bought cards off Pokemarket. And I only have 16 slots, and I need to fill 24 slots. So that means like another $50 somewhere. As I put 50 on there, and I already spent it, but I spent part of it on a Sunwalk card. So yeah. But it's a card I really wanted, so when I did it. And here's my little small tiny Taeyong collection. I miss Taeyong. So I will continue to just grab Taeyong's cards too, you know, so they'll just go in here. So it's pretty much all I'm collecting for NCT is Utah, Taeyong, and the WayV members and Lucas. You know, not that I don't love the other members of NCT, I adore them, but I want to keep my NCT collection small, so I'm glad that I came up with a solution to separate WayVs. I really did want to do OT6 WayV at least. So keeping the rest of them or just the single cards for the WayV members in this binder is the best solution for me to keep it small as possible. So yeah. So love it, love it, love it, love it. And there was a time, it's funny because there was a time I used to hate A5 binders, but they are the best thing ever. But they do take up space, so lots of space. I mean, well, depending on how much you have, and then that's the other thing about buying with a huge binder like Bernice and Bernadette are big binders, and they take up most of the space in that container where I have all my A5 binders at. So I'm gonna have to find a space for Bernice and Bernadette because they're taking up a lot of space. So okay, here is EVNNE and Onepact and ZB1. I do want to grab a few more cards for Ricky and Gunwoo, so they will go in the back. But I don't know, guys. For this latest album, I'm kind of put out with EVNNE. I did buy the album anyway, even though I wasn't crazy about it. Kind of wish I hadn't now. For right now, I will go ahead and just grab the cards from my top three, which is Keita, Juyeon, and Hanbin. But I really hope that somebody put a comment in my last video where they said, how did they put it? They said they hope that this recent comeback is their summer vacation or summer departure, or some way they put it that made me really laugh. I'll just put up on the screen what they said. It was just so funny. But I just really, I listened to it again. I just couldn't even get through the album. I was just so like, ugh! And I just don't understand why Jellyfish decided to completely change their sound after 2 albums. And from what I remember, the first 2 albums were successful. From what I remember, just sales-wise, they were very successful. So I really don't understand why they decided just to change it. I just don't understand. I did like the debut better than Unseen, but I did like Unseen a lot. As you can see, I actually collected an OT set for Unseen. I put my 3 biases here together. I do have the rest of these, so I'm probably gonna yeah, I'll probably just do the 4 and 4 here. That's probably how I'll do it. I do have the other flower cards too. So those were the only sets I decided to do, like all 7. But this recent era, I'm just gonna try to collect my top 3 and that's it, because I'm just not crazy about it. But we'll see how it goes going forward, because I really liked how they were going with the first 2 albums. I don't know how other EVNNE fans feel about it, but like I said, I've got a comment on my other video about somebody who wasn't a fan of it, and then also another YouTuber I follow commented and said the same thing. So it's kind of disappointing, because I really like EVNNE, and I wonder if, like, they just decided to, there's nothing wrong, and I really want to stress this. There's nothing wrong with changing just like trying to try something out and experiment. Like, I almost sound like a hypocrite because I said, oh, well, it's okay for ATEEZ to do it, but it's not okay for anybody else. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, when you've already established a sound, you do have that freedom, in my mind anyway, to go on ahead and try new things and be different and things like that. A new group that's just right out the gates, you should be trying to establish a sound. And I don't know if this company, good lord, Jellyfish, decided that, oh, they're temporary groups, we want to try something different, we want to try something that sounds like ZV1 because we want to get all the global fans money. I don't know what they figured, but as you can see, I'm irritated about it, because I just, the 5th gen music, just a lot of it sounds the same, and even Onepact and XIKERS are pretty much the only groups that I have seen, and maybe what's the other one? Nowadays is a little bit different. As I started following them, but I didn't buy anything. I just listened to it. But yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to go on a huge tangent, because I already did in the last video. So if you want to see me really go off, go to the last video. Go to the 2.5 hour video. But yeah, and I really like them a lot. So I really hope that, when they do what might be their final 2 albums, if they decide not to renew, that they see that what they did before really worked, and it's nice to stand out. But I'm very, very excited about Onepact. I love Onepact's mini album, or single album. It's actually a single album because it only has 3 songs. So, although I miss Jay a lot, and I did not bother to look at BDU yet, I will, because I do love Jay, so I'm really happy for Jay. But I really, really wish he was back on Onepact. But hey, I love, this current song. It's supposed to be F off. But if you watch, what is it? It's a reactor. He's actually Korean, and his name escapes me right now. I'll put his name up there. But he did such a good reaction to their current song and video. He's a big fan of theirs, but also just because he's Korean, and he explained the context of their latest album. It just really hit home for how good it is. And that's what I mean. It's like, it's something that I want to talk about. I'm glad that some of you actually want to hear me talk about other things. and kind of do like a podcast on this channel. So I will probably do it. I'll probably do it sometime next month. You know, I just want groups that stand out from the crowd, and Onepact is definitely one of those groups. So I'm really, really excited about Onepact because I think that they're going to be amazing. I love Jungwoo. I love Jungwoo. And I really love Tag. Like, I'm starting to really, really appreciate Tag so much because he is so talented as far as a producer, a singer. They are fantastic dancers. They are like a total package, and I'm really excited about this group. So I'm really glad that they are not a temporary group and that they'll be around. So really excited about them though. I want a group that really stands out and you know, from the crowd, and like doesn't sound like everybody else in K-pop. That's the thing that's really important to me. So between the two of them, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm not gonna just drop, you know, even. I definitely want to try to give them a chance, and hopefully with their next projects, they'll go ahead and hopefully see that what they had before works, and go back to it. And here's my only 2 ZB1 cards, but I do want to grab just a few more. I don't want to go crazy because I still don't really like ZB1's music all that much. But I did like a couple of songs. I still haven't listened to the full album, but I love these two. These two are my favorite. I also really like Juyeon as well, but I don't want to start like collecting all of ZB1. I just want to collect a few of these two's cards, so I will be grabbing a few more eventually. But it's not a priority, as you can see. Okay, so I am sorry for getting on a tangent again. But yeah, but at least you know my intentions with this binder and how I intend to collect these two groups going forward. I'm all in with Onepact. I'm on a teeter-totter with EVNNE, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we are really moving along, even with that rant. I think I'm still under 90 minutes, or at least I hope so. I think so. Changbin. So, this is Changbin's binder. I am really, really happy that I decided to collect Changbin. What I do is I collect, I went back and started collecting his album cards, and I have found a good number of them, but some of the like limited like pre-order cards I haven't found, at least not in the price bracket that I want to pay, but some of them I can't find, period. So what I decided to do was, in the spaces that I don't have anything to put under, because in the earlier eras, their template is a nightmare, honestly. I decided to do like unit cards or POBs or Banchan. So if I can't find cards to put in certain spaces, because as you can see, there's 6 empty spaces here for this particular album. This is for I Am Not. Okay, so anything that I'm missing, I'm just gonna put units, POBs, or Banchan. If I can't find either one of those, I'll put Hyunjin or Felix or something like that, just so I can cover up the empty spaces. I think I did find one of these. Was this the one, or was that for... No, That was for I Am Who. Okay. I think I have this one. I want to say it's this one. It's the one he's wearing the hat. I'll put a picture up there. I found that one, but haven't been able to find the other one. So, but yeah, if I don't have anything to put in any spaces, so I just made a note for myself, find a unit, a pop, or Bonchon. Because Bonchon is my other bias in Stray Kids. So my bias line goes basically Changbin first, Bonchon, then Hyunjin, then Felix. So yeah. So I was able to find quite a bit of them. When I did the initial video, it was a mess as I was trying to figure out where to put everything, but which is why I don't do setups on camera. I'm trying to look at a template and put them in order and everything, and it was just a mess. So when I just went through it a few days ago when I was doing my binder maintenance off camera, I was able to put things in order. This one's a double-sided card, so since I had two of them, I decided to show both sides. So it worked. So, yeah, same thing here. So, yeah, basically, he does have a lot of empty slots, but it's because I'm still trying to find cards. But a lot of the cards I have found, so I'm really happy. I've been marking them off as I find them. So we really don't, we get better as, you know, the eras change. So what is this? This is Go Live and then No Easy. So I'm missing two No Easy cards here. I did find this last card for Christmas Evil, so I'm happy. And this is for Ordinary. So Ordinary C is all full. And I'm excited. This is for Maxident. There's a couple things I'm missing for Maxident. And I decided not to do the Japanese cards. So, and I'm okay with that. But if I, you know, see some Japanese cards I want, then I will get them. But the template I'm following put the Japanese cards in with the Korean cards, which is fine, as I was able to, like, figure out, you know, which ones were which. But it's coming out great. I'm just really happy, and, you know, I will set up for the current era, so we'll probably just go here. We'll see how many cards they have. I haven't looked at the specs yet, but I've heard that it's a lot. But I'm glad I only basically collect Changbin. So, but like I said, if I'm not able to find certain cards, then I will definitely put other members of my bias line in the binder, so I don't have a problem with that. And here is where some of his POBs are. So POBs, Japanese cards, any merch cards like with the Icon or Pacific, or the fan kit cards. I've seen some of the fan kit cards from other YouTubers, and I'm like, man, those are nice. So I might look for a few of those too for him. But I basically really just want to keep it mostly for him. So I don't want to go like off the rails with Stray Kids, because they do drop a lot of stuff just like ATEEZ does. So I just want to really try to keep it small. And I also want to keep it in this binder. So I really do love this binder. This used to be the binder I had San and Hanjun and Mingi in. And this is a Meow Cafe binder. But depending on, you know, how many things I get for him, he might get an upgrade at some point, and somebody else will get this one. It's already pretty full, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, so, and for Stray Kids, I'll basically, as far as the album, I will buy, since I really basically only collect Changbin, I will buy the Digipack, or a Polka, either which one. So, and I'll just grab his cards off Neokyo or from a seller or something. So, okay, so that is it for Changbin. Babies, my XIKERS babies. Okay, my XIKERS babies. So, because KQ is KQ, going forward, I will continue to collect and buy XIKERS albums because XIKERS is incredible and I love them. So I will continue to buy their albums. I'm not sure if I'm going to collect all 9, but again, I did do it. Well, this is from the tour, but for this last album for Trial and Error, I did do all 9 because they fit nicely on a page. And I did all of the versions, which I don't want to do on a regular basis. But the nice thing about XIKERS is that I haven't fell into the pop trap with them. I do like getting some of the Halloween 2 exclusives, but I basically get them for my bias line, which is Sumin, Yichon, Seiyun, and Hunter. So those are the main 4 that I collect. And I collect Juyeon, but he hasn't been here and I miss him. So I did do all 9 for this last era. And I don't want to do that anymore. But when Juyeon comes back, I do intend to do at least one OT10 set. And what I decided to do is that I'll do the other 9, and then I'll do Sumin on his own page because he's my top bias. So he will get his own page. So as you can see, he's got his own pages. I recently got that card. I'm so happy to have that card. Excited to have that card. And then here is Yichon. So Yichon's cards are extremely hard to find sometimes, just depending on what card you're looking for. I do have his cowboy card, but I'm still looking for his yeah, that was Target. The Target Rose card, like I have for Sumin already. Here's my dude. His birthday's coming up, Jonghoon. And then here's Jumin. So I do have his Rose card. And I have his Cowboy card too. And Hunter. I adore Hunter. So if I could find Hunter's Cowboy card, I'd like to have that too. So if somebody has Hunter's Cowboy card and maybe you're interested in trading, I know it's extremely late. The era's way over. But if you want to trade for, as I have 2 Cowboy cards for your Juyeon. So if you want to trade, that would be amazing. Here's Seiyun. This man was wrecking me this era. I don't appreciate it. He's trying to become part of my bias line, but I won't let him. But I do love him. Hyunwoo. My Hyunwoo page. And Yujin's always, he's the other one that's kind of like, you know, yeah, you want me part of your bias line too. No. And Jinchik, same thing. They are just all wreckers. I just adore them. Really excited about them being on Road to Kingdom. Even though I'm not excited about Road to Kingdom itself, because we all have PTSD from Kingdom for ATEEZ. But hopefully it will not be the same and our boys will be treated well. But I am ready to support and voting and streaming. So, yeah. If you love them just like I do, please support them. And here's like, you know, these are the cards that came with the first two, or the second album rather, and some freebies and everything, and also a few of the film strips. That's all. I just put them in these pages. It doesn't look very good, but I'll buy like the slot pages where it has the 3 slots, and I'll put them in there. So yeah, that's pretty much it for XIKERS. And like I said, I will continue to buy the albums. Grown. And you know, next album, like I said, I'm gonna try, if it is an OT10 comeback, and that's what I'm hoping for, you know, I probably will collect all 10 just for that one, because it'll be his first time back. So it's just a lot, guys. You know, we're trying not to get into ATEEZ territory with XIKERS. I'm trying really hard. I do have to find a solution for all my freebies and stuff, because this looks terrible. So we're gonna work on that. Binders. I don't know. Should I show? I do have a binder where I have all of my larger inclusions for my other groups. I don't know. Do you guys want to see that? I guess I could show it, I guess. I used to have, I think I mentioned that before, I used to have the huge binders. I still have, let's see, I do still have one other binder. I believe that's the one that has Monsta X in it, because I dismantled 2 of them. So they're just so big and cumbersome. That's just a lot of stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that in a poll, as I don't really want to pull them out. If you do want me to show them off, then I will, but I'm not going to do it in this video, because we've already been here a while. So okay, so here is Kingdom. So this is my binder for Kingdom in Elast. And most of the cards from the current comeback are on the way from Nyokyo. But in the meantime, I do have all the other eras. I collect Dan, Louis, Mujin, and Jahan. So I do still want to continue to collect these 4. Mujin is difficult sometimes to find. So I try my best, but I was able to find all the rest of them pretty easy. So when I get them, they'll just go here. There's a couple of cards I was missing, but they're so I have to wait for them in the next Nyokyo hauls. I did find them, but I Just have to wait for them to come from the LKL. So, and then these are single pages. My main bias is Louis, but as you can see, I hardly have any of Louis's cards. But I would like to get a few more of Louis's cards to put there. I do have some Muujin cards, some extra cards, and I have Chiwoo's cards, and I do have some for Ivan as well. So those are just my pulls, and then Juan. Oh, I have one extra for Jahan. So going forward, for Kingdom, and this kind of pains me to say this, I'm pretty much not gonna buy albums for Kingdom for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and buy both copies. I have one copy of Realize coming from K-Town, but I just wasn't a fan of the latest concept. So I don't know if I'm going to continue to buy Kingdom's albums. I'm probably going to put them in that category where I'll just buy a Poco or a Platform. Because I'm just not a fan, guys, of, and I do understand what people are saying about the lore and everything for Kingdom. But understand that being a pre-debut stand for Kingdom and seeing, how they did their albums before and everything is what drew me to them. Like I was saying earlier, doing my little mini rant about liking a group that stands out from the rest. Their current aesthetic for Kingdom, regardless of whether Louis, is the only one that has a memory and everybody else lost their memory, how the story goes. And I actually have a theory for that, but I'll save it. I don't really care for it. So I'm really sorry, I just don't. So, like I said, I will go ahead and keep the current, the current era's albums. I already have them on the way. So, of course, I'm going to keep them. But as far as collecting, I will go ahead and still collect the 4 members I collect. But we're just going to have to see how it goes for the next era. Because it's just, I still love the music. Like, I love Kingdom. I love the music. Flip That Coin or Flip the Coin was not my favorite title track from Kingdom. Far from it. But I still love Kingdom. I still want to follow them. I'm just not sure that I want to buy the albums going forward. So, like I said, if I do like the next album enough, I will go ahead and purchase a Poco or Platform, Digipack, whatever. But I probably won't buy any more photo books. So, all right. So, Elast. So, I have not started looking for. Oh, I did, but there's a lot of cards for Elast for the current era. But I loved Elast's current album, so I will continue to collect Elast. I'm not sure if I'll continue to do the photo books or not. I did love this last photo book. It was great. I think what I'm going to do from now on is just I don't really like looking at other people's unboxings for my groups that I follow until I get my own copy. But I think from now on, since I am kind of on the fence about certain albums to buy, I will start looking at people's unboxings ahead of time. It's going to be hard with Elast because I don't see anybody unboxing Elast. But yeah, I might just have to, you know, just make a decision on them. But for everybody else, I could probably, you know, look at somebody else's and see if I want to get it or not. But yeah, I really love this current album. This current album was fantastic. I loved Gasoline, and I loved a lot of the B-sides on last album, and I'm totally proud of them for just, you know, sticking through this mess with this terrible company. So I'm excited to collect the 6 members that are participating. And as I said in my unboxing, I hope Juyeon's okay. And I'm looking forward to Sungyup coming back. So yeah, so there they are. I'm excited, really excited. So these were the pulls that I got out the album. Because I am kind of on the teeter-totter kingdom, I am thinking about also changing my beautiful cover. I'm probably going to put it on the back because I do want to have a memory of how amazing Kingdom's former aesthetic was. So I will put it on the back, and I'll probably put EVNNE in the front. And what this is in the back is some of their POBs. I don't collect a whole lot of POBs for EVNNE, but I collect a few for my main biases, which is Baekhyul, Roman, and Rano. And sometimes if I can find Cookie, I will grab Cookie. But most of the time it's just those 3. So back here is just all my larger inclusions for the groups. So I haven't put anything from Everlasting in here. So this is everything from like Dark Dream and Daydream, and from Awake. Really excited to see Sungyup again. So I do miss his voice a lot. But I really do miss Juyeon. I miss his smile, and I miss his voice. So I hope he's doing okay. I really do. This is from Roar. And these are from Identification. So that was the last album before Everlasting. So I just need to put Everlasting things in here. Okay, one more binder to go. Okay, so the last binder. It's essentially my boy group binder. So this is everybody that's not in my main collections. So it's all the groups that I follow, but I don't collect. So I just pretty much keep my pulls. Individual PCs. Why does it say that? Okay. Anyway. Probably because they're just PCs and that's it. But so on the front was DKB. So I just pretty much buy DKB's albums and keep my pulls. My main bias is Junso, but we all know how DKB is hard to find. So they're probably a little easier to find now, but I don't, you know, I already collect enough groups, so I'm kind of good with collecting groups. It makes me sad that I might be possibly dropping 2 collections between EVNNE and Kingdom, possibly. But it's okay, because I have plenty of idols to collect already. So, Victon. So I still have a lot of Victon's cards in here. So they'll stay in here. And I hope that someday we'll see Victon again. So this is all the other members that are not Hanse are in here. And then we have Verivery. Verivery is on tour right now. I kind of wish I would have, well, they're doing a fan meeting now, fan meeting tour. Kind of wish I would have went to see him, but I really miss this guy a lot. And I also miss, oh my god, it's not coming to me. Well, Minchon also is on hiatus, but I can't remember the other girl. I'll just put his name there, because I'm having a brain cramp. Yeah, it's kind of it's hard to, you know, it's kind of like very, I kind of like, you know, I started following my daughter, you know, introduced me to them, and I loved everything Verivery put out. I still do. I wasn't crazy about the last release that they did before Danya went into military, but I still adore them. But, you know, I would say that the fever pitch excitement for Verivery did leave a little bit when Danya went to military and when the other two, Minchon, went on hiatus. So I, you know, but I never really collected Verivery. I almost did. I almost was going to collect Janssen and Yunho, and I decided not to. And I'm kind of glad I did, because I would have been broken if I would have continued to collect them. And, you know, I would have seen what happened, you know, once he went to military. So I'm still hoping for big things for Verivery. So whenever they do decide to, this crazy company, Jellyfish, hopefully once they get off tour, we'll go ahead and let them do an album as a 4-piece. Unless Minchon and the other member are ready to come back, then it'll be okay. It'll be fine. Jellyfish, really, you could do Verivery. You're putting a 4-piece out on tour. You can put a 4-piece in the studio to do an album too, even if it's just a mini album. So yeah. The boys, so this is everybody except for Juyeon. I still love the boys. I just saw that they're doing a Japanese comeback. IST loves to overwork them. So I'm looking at the concept photos. I'm excited to see what it sounds like. So I will definitely be listening to it. But they're another group where, you know, well, I just collect Juyeon, so it's not a biggie. But I will continue to do what I've been doing, which is buying a platform so that I can get all the members' cards and just put them in here. And I'll pull out Juyeon's cards and put them in his binder. So, yeah. And then, who else I got in here? Oh, V. I did want to say that I wanted to, and he's actually coming out with another, how is he coming out? Another album, I don't know. I do want to go back with all their solos. I didn't realize that they were going to continue to put out solos, even being in military. I haven't even listened to RM's solo and J-Hope's solo yet, you know, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll catch up and listen, you know, but no, they're, you know, Jimin came out with something, now V's coming out with something. I'm like, Jesus. But yeah, I still want to try to do, like, say 3 cards per guy from their solo albums. If I can find them for a decent price. I love having V's here. I wouldn't have bought V's as I wasn't intending to buy any of their solos. But I got V's solo from my son for Christmas. So that's why I have his. So, and I absolutely adore Layover. So, I am excited to hear his new album. SF9, no. Okay, these these are a few SF9 cards I have. I'm whimpering because Dewan's going to military now. So, a few cards I have that are not Rowoon are there. Got 7. My bestie is a big Agase. So I know that JB and oh my god, why is his name not coming to me? This dude. They're on their way out of military, so we'll see them sometimes before the end of the year. And I believe Yunjae probably will go in sometime eventually. He's the Maknae, so he'll be a minute before he goes in. But JB is my bias and got 7, so be excited to see what JB does when he comes out. Oh, that card needs to be in the NCT binder, but yeah, these are just my Super cards. And then Treasure. I don't really listen to Treasure anymore, but I still have Treasure's album. There's On Off. I do like On Off. I didn't listen to the latest album though. I need to listen to it. And back here is just some freebies or messenger cards. When I first got into the boys, I bought quite a few of their like messenger cards, or these I think came from Etsy or something. They're, you know, they're fan mades. So it's pretty much just the boys, and I believe there's a few others in here from, oh yeah, Stray Kids is back here. So these are all like fan made freebie stuff here. Hey there. Okay. That is it. That is all for everything in my collection that is not ATEEZ. So, I don't want to do a long outro, but I will just say, I don't want to be negative about, you know, Kingdom and EVNNE, and, you know, I think the thing is, like I was saying during the ATEEZ flip through, is you feel a certain connection with groups, and when you start to lose that connection with groups, and that happens with anybody, it's not just K-pop, but especially with K-pop, because I guess we have such we have a way of connecting to them that is more than music, as we're able to see them on their platforms, whether it's Bubble or, you know, B-Stage, TikTok, whatever it is, Instagram. We have more of an end to their lives, and so when we start getting detached from their music, we kind of move on for everything else they do too. If I decide to stop collecting EVNNE and Kingdom, it's not going to be because I don't like their music anymore. It's going to be because, well, with EVNNE it is their music. But I'm hoping that I can still find, I still like the members enough. I mean, I'm kind of new to them because of Boys Planet, of course. But, I don't really watch even content that much, so I don't feel like that kind of connection I feel with Kingdom. Like, I adore Kingdom, so even if I do decide to stop buying Kingdom's albums and even stop collecting Kingdom's cards to a certain point, I will still follow Kingdom anyway. I'm still going to be like, you know, oh, what's going to happen with their next album, blah, blah, blah. So I think what people need to understand is that, and if you know, if even or Kingdom is one of your favorites, and you're just like, give them a chance. Of course, I am. But I think that when it comes down to how you spend your money, and if you're not really into the group, if you're not really into the songs per se, then you do have a right to say, I'm just not gonna buy it. Albums are expensive, they're not cheap, and they also take up a ton of space in one's home. And so if you don't really care for the music, like if you might like one or two songs or whatever, then it's just cheaper to stream it. I mean, I pay damn near $200 a year for Spotify. So with premium Spotify, I can stream any album I want to. So if I say I'm going to stop collecting Kingdom, but I'm going to continue to listen to Kingdom, because even if I don't like the title track necessarily, I know the B-sides are going to be amazing. So I'm still going to listen. I'm still going to be supporting. Is it going to be a lot? No, because Spotify doesn't pay a lot of money. But, it's still a way of support, and so I'm sorry for being negative about Kingdom and EVNNE, but it's with Kingdom, it hurts a lot more because I've been with Kingdom since pre-debut. For EVNNNE, they're brand new out the chute. They're a temporary group. Like I said, Jellyfish may have decided, let's try something different to see if it's more popular than what we already did do. And I hope they figure, even though I don't think they will because they're not that smart, I hope they figure out that, the sounds from their first two albums sounded better than what they just put out. But the sales probably don't reflect that. I haven't looked at sales for EVNNNE, so I have no idea if the sales were better for this album as opposed to the last ones. So yeah, I'm sorry. So if I really hurt people's feelings about those two groups, I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. But I really feel like, just think about it for a second. If you are continuously spending money on something you don't like, then it's like, or you don't really connect to or don't have feelings for, I mean, it's a waste of money, isn't it? So just think about it that way. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for looking at my flip through, my collection, my mid-year collection flip through. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments down below about what you collect. What do you think about what I said? I probably will start doing the podcast in July. We'll see what happens, but as I already said, I am traveling during July and August. But I will try to get at least one up between July and August. So we'll see what happens, but I know I also promised to do that flip through for my Duran Duran stuff. It's coming. Believe me, it is. I just need to find time to do it. But anyway, yes, thank you so much for joining me. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.